What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Ninja Nation. And today we will be taking a look at the deck that has just won the U.S. National Championships. And this deck is Night March Vespiquen. And this deck was piloted in the Master Division to a first place finish by Nick Robinson. So we're going to look over his list right here and see what he used to take first place over about 1,000 players. So we're going to start off with your main attacker probably, which is Joltik and Pumpkaboo. Joltik and Pumpkaboo both share the Night March attack. And it says, this attack does 20 damage times the number of Pokemon in your discard pile that have the Night March attack. So you are going to get rid of a bunch of Night Marchers and do a bunch of damage while attaching energy. The only difference is that Joltik can hit for weakness on lightning types like Mega Rayquaza, Shaman, and more, and it only costs a DCE, whereas Pumpkaboo, you need a Dimension Valley and a DCE to take a knockout. We also have the third Night Marcher, which is Lampent, and we just want to discard this guy right away, so he is your first target to go into the discard pile. Now, we have also seen a lot of Water Box increase in popularity, so Nick Robinson decided to run a 3-3 Vespiquen line. This helps against mainly the Seismitoad EX matchup and can also help against Jolteon. It has the attack Be Revenge. This attack does 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. So this is just like Night March, except it's for every Pokemon, but only does 10 more. So this is the main way we're going to attack. We also have 4 unknowns to discard them and draw a card. Great to boost up Vespiquen's attack. And then we also have 3 Shaman for the draw support. Pretty standard. And that's the Pokemon. Onto our item cards, we have 4 Battle Compressor, pretty standard. Discard our Night Marchers and supporters. We have, now Nick Robinson did decide to run 1 Enhanced Hammer, which can discard a special energy. And if you saw in the finals, Nick Robinson was able to Xerosic and Enhanced Hammer, a Double Dragon and a DCE from a Giratina, making it unable for his opponent to attack, allowing him to play DCEs again. Because when you're under Chaos Wheel, you cannot play DCEs. So he Enhanced Hammer and Xerosic. And this is a really cool combo you can do to stop Giratina from attacking and possibly taking a KO. Next up, we have 1 Escape Rope. And this just helps you to switch your Pokemon. If you start a Shaman or Unknown, you could switch. Also, if you need to get into another attacker or play around something like Jirachi, you could Escape Rope. We then have 4 Puzzle at a time, pretty standard. Get back any 2 cards from your discard pile. We then have 1 Starling Megaphone to discard 2 cards, mainly Fighting Fury Belt. We then have 1 Town Map to flip over our prize cards. 4 Ultra Ball, pretty standard stuff. 4 VS Seeker, also pretty standard. Reusing our supporter cards and searching out Pokemon. Ultra Ball can also discard Night Marchers and Pokemon in the process. We then have 1 Hex Maniac to shut off abilities like Greninja, Crobat, a bunch of them to name. Also really good turn 1 to shut off Shamans and Hoopas. So 1 Hex Maniac, 1 Lysander to bring up one of our Pokemon, of our opponent's Pokemon, 1 N for some Shuffle Draw. And it's really good for the early game. If you have multiple DCs in hand or a lot of resources, you could just play N. 4 Sycamore to discard our hand, draw 7 cards. During states, most lists played 2 Sycamore, but now we gotta bump it up to 4, back with N in the format. We just have to have more consistent drawing. And also all the item lock going around in Vespiquen, Vileplume, and Water Toolbox. We then have 1 Teammates to grab any 2 cards from our deck. This is an extremely good card, just grabbing anything you need to take a knockout that turn, even double puzzle. We then have 106. Like I said, it can combo well with Enhanced Hammer. You could also discard tool cards, which is what mainly Starling Megaphone is for. So you have a lot of ways to discard. It's also really big in the mirror match along with Enhanced Hammer. We then have 2 Dimension Valley, so we can attack with Punkaboo. And then 4 double colorless energy, so we can attack basically. I do not run any other energy. And remember, Worlds will have Fates Collide in it. I do have my invite, so I look forward to seeing you guys at Worlds. And so this is the deck that